Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol VDSC. We will take a look at the daily time frame. Done this one once before at least, and I had some questions come in on it today, so I want to get it updated here and map out what's going on from the technical perspective. First off, although the chart's not looking as good as you would want it to, by no means is a chart toast or history or anything like that. We had this bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it, formation happening, and then today, unfortunately, the price did drop below it. So that's what I mean by the chart not looking as best as it possibly could. But in the grand scheme of things, the chart is still fine. It's still holding above support levels that you would want to see it hold. So if you're a day trader and you're bought up somewhere around here and you wanted a quick scalp, well then obviously, yeah, the chart's not looking too good for you. But we're looking at the daily time frame, so this is from the perspective of just the overall chart. So again, the overall chart looks fine. And the reason for that, number one, is you can see right here a beautiful bounce right off this gray line, which is a 20-day simple moving average, or the same thing as the middle Bollinger Band. And not to pat myself on the back or anything, but just to pat charting on the back in general. I mean, look at that, dropped right down there and bounced off it. So for the people that don't believe in charting, I mean, this is hard to argue when you see a price drop down and then bounced right off this level of support. So that was good to see there. And this level of support, I should note, is at 0051. So 0051 is that first level of support. Another key area of support is right here based on the previous high at 0054. You can see the middle Bollinger Band and this level of support are basically right in the same vicinity. So it makes sense, and it was also good to see the price bounce off of this area here. The other reason that this is an important level of support, because if it does not hold, then really the next level of support that comes into play is going to be down here around the, we'll call it 0.0035. I'll change that to green, and then I'll show where it's coming from. Make that line extra thick because it is pretty important. That just comes from, you can see this previous high here acted as resistance, then acted as resistance when the price got above it. You can see multiple times here. Good example of resistance turning into a support. So 0035 is going to be another level of support. And then if that one doesn't hold, you still do have the absolute no excuse support level down here at 0028, which is a 50-day simple moving average. Basically, in the long-term, broad scheme of things, as long as the price remains above this moving average, the overall trend and chart is bullish. But yes, given from where the price is up here, I totally understand that nobody would want to see it drop down there. But technically speaking, as long as the price would remain above here, the overall chart would remain in an uptrend. In terms of resistance levels, pretty straightforward here. Might be a little bit of a speed bump right around the 008 level. And then after that, actually change that to red just so everybody knows that's resistance. And then after that level of resistance, the previous high here is at 0093. So 008, 0093, 95, whatever you want to call it, those are going to be the little resistance areas that you'll want to use to help measure the strength of any sort of bounce and turnaround right now. But so far so good, as long as these support levels hold like they did today, and you'll want to see that going forward. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to sign up for our newsletter up there, totally free. And as you'll see, when you do sign up, you'll get a free ebook. And if you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about charting and how to use it as a trader, I'd encourage you to check out our video course down below the social media. Over 8.5 hours of education and video. It's been getting good third-party reviews, so I'd encourage you to check it out and give it a try. One more time, this was VDSC. Thanks for listening.